Hello everyone and welcome to Wrestling Ramblings. I am Terry Speller, the wrestling superfan. Not much happening at the moment in the world of American wrestling, as TNA have taped 3 shows in a row, and as I don't want to give spoilers, I don't want to talk about those shows. As for WWE, it's gearing up for WrestleMania. The big news is that Triple H has added yet another stipulation to his match with Daniel Bryan, and that is if Triple H wins, he will get added to the main event match at Mania. Now, I reported before that the feeling and what is being said is Triple H won't job to Daniel Bryan at the big show. So, that would mean Triple H versus Batista versus Randy Orton for the heavyweight title. Now, let me be the first to say, Snorefest. And if that is the case, how they're going to work with a heel versus heel versus heel match, I have no idea. So either Orton is going to go face, which I can't really see, or it is definite that Daniel Bryan is going to go on from his match against Triple H to the match at the main event. If he isn't involved, a lot of people are going to use the main event at WrestleMania as a toilet break. But I have a theory to what might actually happen and what might go down between the Triple H and Daniel Bryan match. Now, you have to bear with me on this one. Daniel Bryan will put up a good showing and good fight and will show all the people in the head office what the fans all know already. And that is Daniel Bryan can hang with every top guy in any style, anywhere, ever. However, Triple H will do the normal big man beat down and really just bully Bryan all over the ring. And he will do his usual kind of the Triple H usual spiel, and he will just dominate the match. Then, as the new boss of WWE, he's about to win the match, and he will show nothing. He will be shown as nothing as a big bully and using his power and position to step on the little people. Someone will turn up to put a stop to it and stand up for the underdog and be the new voice of the voiceless. And I know you're all probably thinking I'm talking CM Punk, but I'm not. I'm thinking Sting. Now, there's probably a load of people out there going, not Sting in the WWE again. But there's a reason I'm saying this. I say this is because it's felt inside WWE at the moment that Sting has indeed already signed with WWE, and he will debut the night of WrestleMania. There's a reason for this as well, because Sting is going to be in the same city as what WrestleMania is, and he's booked for a convention the same day. However, he has only got limited availability on this day, and the hours that he cannot do are the hours of WrestleMania. This could be all just fueling the fires, who knows. But I can't really see any other way that Daniel Bryan is going to beat Triple H. I would love to say Triple H will get beaten clean, but does any of us really see Triple H losing to Daniel Bryan clean? I don't know. We shall see. And I know this is a long shot, but think of it, how half-arsed is this year's WrestleMania? What's the build-up been? The last 3 years, you've had The Rock. Yes, we all knew what was going to kind of be going on and what's going to happen, but it was still fun as it was The Rock. Also, you had 2 great Undertaker matches against Triple H, which you seemed to really care about. And also, you had the CM Punk match, which people enjoyed, and actually started to believe that maybe Punk would do the upset and win against The Undertaker. You know, this is sad, but I can't really remember any other matches. That's a bad thing, and shows how forgettable the big night is. I remember more about where I was and who the people I was with while watching the WrestleManias over the last 3 years. This year, you had a failed return of Batista, which the fans really didn't get behind, and WWE was quickly to turn the cogs on that one and make him a heel. CM Punk walked out, for whatever reason he walked out for. Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker is about 3 years too late, as Taker, and believe me, I'm a huge Undertaker fan here, is looking his age, and Lesnar is a legit badass who could really hurt Undertaker. And in all fairness, Lesnar's pretty much always loses at the big payday. The big match that is the build-up, Lesnar usually loses it against the underdog. Obviously, this time Taker and Lesnar, I don't think there is an underdog. I guess I would assume the underdog would be Lesnar going into it because Taker's streak. At the same time, Lesnar is a monster. And does that make Undertaker's streak seem like it's on the line. This is all questions that they don't really seem to be answering and don't really seem to be going with this really kind of rushed feud that's going on. Yeah, they had a stare down once in a UFC bout, but that was it. This is the basis of everything at the moment, and it just ain't really. I'm not feeling it like I used to. And to be in all fairness, there's nothing really for either guys to prove. You know, Taker's got nothing to prove, and trust me, it'll probably be a good match just because it's Taker, and Undertaker can have a good match with a broom. But I can see it being the same shtick as it's been for the past 5 or so years. Taker will win, but he will barely win. It will look like he's been through a war. He will hardly be able to get to his feet, and then he'll disappear for another year and we won't see him. Maybe until next year if Sting is in the company. Will they have a feud? If they do have a feud, please leave it and don't let the payoff be till WrestleMania, because that's what we all want. Don't let it be through Backlash or Hell in a Cell or any of the little small pay-per-views. I'm interested in another match was going to be on, and that is the NXT match. That could be something really fun, and being held at WrestleMania is an intriguing thing. That together with Daniel Bryan is pretty much. There's not really any interest apart from the NXT on my behalf and Daniel Bryan. Everyone's setting up to watch WrestleMania on the back of Daniel Bryan, and if they really don't do the payoff, it's not going to be any good. So that's why I reckon if Sting does show up, that is going to be the big thing that this WrestleMania has. Because at the moment, there isn't really anything to write home about. Is it just me, or is normal pay-per-views just an extra long Raw? And on that note, is WrestleMania just what Raw used to be in the good old days? There's no seem to be a boundary now. With the WWE Network, it's going to be... I think that they might have shot themselves in the foot with the WWE Network, because we'll be able to watch really top quality pay-per-views of the past, and everyone's going to be comparing them against the pay-per-views of today, and I don't think they're going to measure up. But we shall see. Now, Southwest news. There hasn't been any shows over the past 2 weeks since I last talked about, since the LEP and PWA shows. However, 2 of my Fantastic Four I talked about last week were in matches, but for UK Main Event Wrestling, who had a great show on the 15th of March in Maidstone, Kent. The first match of the night was a brutal number 1 contenders match between Kerry, sorry if I get this name wrong, Kerry Caparino versus the pretty boy Danny Walsh, which went right down to the wire and lasted the full 15 minutes allotted and ended in a draw. But I've been told by many people that this was a fantastic showing by Danny Walsh, and really showed how tough the Southwest guys really are. And I've seen the pictures, I've seen some of the footage, and I've spoken to many people behind the scenes of UK Main Event Wrestling, and they've all said that it was the whole show was a great night. And the Southwest boys and my 2 guys in particular, I say my 2 guys, but 2 of the guys who I think are fantastic really did put make the Southwest proud, apparently. Second match came from another Fantastic Four member, and that was Tyler Hawk going against the one and only Doug Williams. This also was a barnstormer, and both really took it to each other. And just like I've said before, people who saw this match have said Tyler Hawk is England's next top superstar. However, he came up a little bit short against Doug Williams and was pinned by the veteran. However, like I say, people are saying that Tyler Hawk put on a great showing and showed just how much potential he has, which I've known for ages and I've been telling everyone. Now, it doesn't matter, win, lose or draw, both guys went up country and showed again why I think highly of them both. And I think the UK, I think they're some of the best they have to offer at the moment. And UK Main Event Wrestling had nothing but high praise for both guys. If you want to see these guys in person, then get yourself to Patent Methodist Church in Patent for the LEP show on April 12th, and I will be the ring announcer for the evening, which I'm again honoured to be. So thank you very much for the people at LEP for asking, and I'm honoured. I love LEP shows. Everyone involved seems to really enjoy being there, and that translates to each show, and that makes it something special. Go to www.lepwrestling.co.uk for more details for their show coming up on the 12th of April. Now, also a reminder about on May the 4th at the Plymouth Guildhall, Plymouth Wrestling Alliance will have the fantastically awesome 5th anniversary show featuring all the best that the Southwest and the UK have to offer. Already tickets for this show have been bought from not just over the UK but also over Europe. Soon I'm sure it'll be spreading all over the world. So get your tickets as soon as possible. Already I believe both front rows, the two front rows have sold out already, and there's balcony seats selling up, and so standard tickets. So people need to book their tickets now. You need to pay for your tickets now. You need to get your ass in gear, pick up the phone, go online. Any way you can get a ticket, you get yourself a ticket to this show. It is going to be phenomenal. So yeah, please get your tickets as soon as possible and come and see the likes of the winner PJ Jones, the Shark Chris Andrews, Soldier Boy Steve Prince, the Ultimate Rule Breaker, the UK Dominator Richard Wolseley will be in action, as well as 2 TNA superstars, the Modern Day Viking Gunner, and unfortunately due to a double booking on TNA's behalf, damn you TNA, Mr. Anderson cannot make it. However, for those who bought a ticket on the behalf of just seeing Mr. Anderson, sorry about your damn luck, but the cowboy James Storm has taken his place. That's right, on May 4th you will not only see the Modern Day Viking Gunner, but you'll also see the cowboy James Storm. He is a TNA original, one half of the original America's Most Wanted, who went on to be part of Beer Money. This guy has seen and done it all within TNA, and he is coming to Plymouth. Now that in itself is worth the price of admission and a ticket. If you don't want to see anyone else, come and see James Storm, but I will personally come up and slap you around the face if you think any of our guys from the Southwest don't cut it, because I think everyone on this card has got something to bring, and they are going to bring their A game, every single one of them. And if not for you, it's just because they're going to be stoked to see Gunner and James Storm. And me myself, I must admit, I am buzzing to be seeing James Storm. If that wasn't enough, also there is this huge main event for the PWA Championship with the English Lion Eddie Ryan going up against and trying to get back his title from another one of my Fantastic Four, the PWA champion, the artist formerly known as Mark Walsh, Chris Marvel. Now that is going to be, there is some emotion behind this match, and there is some true vendetta coming up. Eddie Ryan is desperate to get his hands on Chris Marvel, and that is going to be I cannot stress how excited I am to see that match. If anyone who listens to this show has seen an Eddie Ryan match, you will know exactly how technically proficient Eddie Ryan is, and anyone who listens to this show will know exactly my thoughts and opinions on Chris Marvel. And if you've seen Chris Marvel wrestle, you'll know that he has got potential coming out of his ears, and he has got talent coming out of everywhere. These two together in the ring are gonna. Last time they had a match, it was fantastic. This time, I don't even know if there's a word written in the English language to express how this match is going to be. And if that wasn't enough, yes, that's right, there is going to be more. I'm out of breath even thinking about this. There's going to be a pre-show battle royal, and also the start of a tag team tournament. And if that wasn't enough for you to buy a ticket, they're also going to have a guest host. That's right, they have got more going on at this show. They're going to have a guest host doing the ring announcing for the night, and that is the voice of Duke Nukem, John St. John, whom, may I say, I've had the privilege recently to chat to, and he's a thoroughly nice guy, and I will have the privilege of announcing, as far as I'm aware, I don't quote me on this, because the boss might turn around and go, "You're fired." I don't know. Stranger things have happened, and anything can happen in wrestling. However, if I'm right in believing what's going to happen, I will have the privilege of announcing John St. John to the ring, and then I am quite happy to hand over my usual ring announcing duties to Duke Nukem himself. I will hand the mic over personally, and he will be guiding you through the show and the matches. And yeah, so not only have you got the stellar lineup of matches and talent coming from all over the country and all over the Southwest, and American talent, you've also got John St. John doing the ring announcing. This show is the Southwest's Wrestlemania. This show, screw the Southwest Wrestlemania, this show has got the potential of being the UK's WrestleMania. We've got not only wrestling stars, we've got a celebrity involved as well. This is going to be epic on a grand scale. So please go to www.pwaonline.info for more info and to buy tickets. And trust me, you are going to love this show. It is going to be fantastic. It's off the hook. There is going to be so much talent on the show. There is going to be so much fun to be had. And if that wasn't enough, there is also the DevCon convention beforehand. If you, I don't quote me on this because I'm not 100% sure, but if you buy a ticket to the wrestling show, it gives you free entry to the convention beforehand, which is running all day. I'm not sure if it's vice versa. If you buy a ticket to the convention, I don't know, but I know for sure if you buy a show ticket for the wrestling show, you will then be able to go to the convention beforehand. So yeah, this is all going on, and I believe at some point, either the day before, there is going to be a seminar on May 3rd being held at Brickfields, I think, Brickfield Sports Centre in Plymouth, and that will be held by TNA's Gunner himself. So yes, not only have you got wrestling show, you can also have a wrestling training session with Gunner. For more information, also go back to that website of www.pwaonline.info and please mail them and ask them for more information. So yes, there you go, people. That is what's going on at the moment, and that's what's coming up. I will have another show brought to you next week. Hopefully there's more in the world going on WWE. I think next week I may have a bit of a rant about Undertaker and who I think should beat his streak, or who I think could be a potential, and maybe, and it's, trust me, it's going to be completely off of left field, and most of you will go, "You are joking, why?" But there's logic, there's method to my madness, at least I think so. So until then, I hope everyone's enjoyed listening. Thank you all for listening. It always means so much to me that people actually pay attention to me and listen to me, because I'm married and I don't get that at home. So until then, until next time, until next week, thank you very much for listening. Take care and good night.